All right. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Vincent RTA coming to you for the multi-category tournament week 4 between Iron Rusty and Elfonzyo. We are just about ready to go. The runners will be starting in about less than a minute here. Uh, in case you haven't been watching any of these weeks, this race, the category this week, is full countdown. Random start with in vanilla map and or vanilla doors, and boss rando is on. To explain the full countdown, it means that during you're going to see on the top left hand corner, you're going to see a countdown, or you're going to see a number, and that's going to show the number of major items left in that area. So it means they can be anywhere. So very different from the major minor or the Chozo statues. All of these items can be anywhere. All right, looks like we got Alfonso starting on the right. I'm Rusty, and oh, this is also random start, so we're starting in Green Brim. So here we go. Oh, we got Morph Ball right there. As soon as we enter uh, early supers. Now we're going to see very likely both players go for this early super play to check here so we can get some early items. That's definitely convenient. That makes life a lot easier. It'd be much more difficult start if we didn't have this immediately. Oh, we get some power bombs right away and charge beam. Okay, so that's huge. That means neither of these runners are going to have to worry about ammo during this run. They're both going to have that now. Yeah, exactly. Brian says it's a free seed. Yes, I agree. This is now just a matter of let's collect the necessary items. Let's check for some beams. Let's get our suits, and we're good. Uh, See, look at how good this is. Like the perfect early setup. They got power bombs, supers, charge beam, and an E-tank all to start off. This is just like almost a dream start here. So both players are going to be really set up well. Now we'll see. We're going to see immediately a route divergence where Alfonso is going up, and we have Rusty going down to check Eticoons. So. And you can see on the top left-hand corner that where on Rusty's seen it's Green Bryn 2 and Alfonso's seen it's Twin Crater 3. That means in each of those areas there's only 2 major items available. So 2 majors and criteria, and Alfonso is going to check the backside of Gauntlet, which is a really smart move because you can see if there's a major hidden back here. It's a really easy check. Sees that there's power bombs and an E-tank. Oh, Alfonso being very rewarded for going up to criteria first and finding Varia that quickly. That's huge. We'll see if Rusty decides to take that route next. But Rusty is the first one to find regular missiles. Now Alfonso knows there's only one more major item here. Where Green Bryn is still hiding two majors. See, Rusty is going to head over and is not headed up to criteria, so is not going to be able to grab that Varia suit this early. Instead, we'll continue to clear through Green Bryn. But Rusty does find a plasma beam to go with that charge beam. So both players have found some pretty huge items early. We'll see how this pays off in the long run, but now that means there's only one more major in Green Bryn. Rusty with perfect execution to that gate glitch. Elfonzyo finishes out BT. So not sure what route Elfonzyo will take after clearing this criteria, but Rusty finding that plasma beam down here, at down here just above charge is huge. But that's one Elfonzyo will definitely find. That's not very well hidden. Some of these items can certainly be quite hidden. Now Elfonzyo is going to go up to criteria and check the front side of Gauntlet. We know on the back side it's just power bombs and an E-tank. Although we might see Elfonzyo, because they've got all these power bombs now, potentially go all the way through Gauntlet to grab that extra E-tank. But more than likely is going to just check to see if this is one of the majors or not, and may just reset. And it's just an E-tank, so I assume yep, Elfonzyo will choose to reset there. Rusty gets this glitch to get in and go check out our friend Bo's hidden item. Well, I would assume with charge and plasma, Rusty will probably start skipping some of the regular missile packs. Super missiles obviously are great. It makes that it makes clearing through our friend Ridley much easier. Yeah, Rusty did just clear the door for going back up meme route. The brain missiles, or Mother Brain just hides a regular pack of missiles. Nothing too exciting, as Rusty is now making his way through meme route. And both players are about to be down in lower brim. Or lower criteria. We might see a Billy Mays major. I'm hoping for it. Oh, runners are now synced up coming through this door. No surprises here. Vanilla E. It's got that vanilla E taste of our taco tank. Yeah, so now unfortunately Rusty without a power bomb is not going to be able to check Billy Mace. That's frustrating. It's going to have a very difficult time getting back there because there's no easy place to farm a power bomb down there. So we'll have to come back and check that later. And we're about to see what Billy Mays is hiding. It's supers and bombs. Okay. You know what? If Rusty doesn't go back and check that, that's not even necessarily that big of a deal. Because he already does have power bombs. Alright, Rusty gets power bombs from BT. I'm wondering if we'll see him go back down and recheck Billy Mays. Can't pull off that task door escape. Now we see Elfonzyo heading through meme route over to Bryn. Checking that quick item in Green Bryn, right? And just see missiles, and now we'll go clear, and we'll very likely go find that plasma beam as well. And now Rusty does find that gauntlet, or sorry, does find that Varia suit. Choosing not to do gauntlets, now sees that one item. So I'm wondering what thought is in his head about what have I left behind, what's still down there at the bottom. Kind of makes you question yourself, because if he goes through and clears all of gauntlet or criteria power bombs. Yep, no, Rusty's just gonna be like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna gamble that this item and criteria isn't one that I need to worry about. And if he does continue that play, as long as infinite bomb jumps are not required, we'll be just fine. Yeah, I would agree with the crane here. Not looking at the backside of Gauntlet may have been... Oh, wait. Rusty is reversing course, however. Elfonzyo about to check Mission Impossible and just finds some supers. So Rusty did a ship refill before checking Gauntlet here. So this will be very likely a full Gauntlet clear, which is I'm going to only leave 2 spaces in criteria for a major. Billy May's room and criteria power bombs. Meanwhile, Elfonzyo is still clearing through Bryn, and I'm wondering if that last one in Green Bryn is at the waterway location. Sky missiles are in wreck ship, yes. Basically, once you get into the moat and past the moat, it's considered wreck ship. Rusty's now just going to find out that these are 2. 2 minor items, but we'll grab those extra power bombs. Maybe kind of reeling off of not having the power bombs to the Billy Mays check and overcompensating. Crane, that's a good point, and one I hadn't thought of, that the item at mode is considered criteria. Looks like, unfortunately, we got Elfonzyo's stream a little frozen. Hopefully that'll get fixed and caught up. Rusty is checking 230. And just vanilla 230. Which we did see with Elfonzyo's check. Alright, that's unfortunate. It looks like Elfonzyo went offline. Oh, we're back now. Okay. Good. I'm glad we didn't have a major loss in broadcast, because that would be not so fun to lose. And Iron Rusty now is going to go check that Billy Mays location. Probably a little bit salty. Didn't have power bombs down here. Having to backtrack, which is obviously going to lose time. Elfonzyo has been able to just push forward while he's been stuck here, having to recheck this, and is going to find out that there's not a major down here. So oh, sorry. This is the last major. He's going to find out it is supers and power bomb. Or sorry, and just bombs. Elfonzyo's making the red tower climb. There's only one item in red tower, so it's either in our alpha or beta power bombs location, or in Spazer, or X-ray. I kind of hope it's an X-ray, because I love watching. We'll love watching people execute a non-grapple X-ray cross. And I've recently seen Rusty execute that X-ray cross with near perfection a couple of times. So I hope we get to see that, because that is such a difficult cross. So anytime you watch a runner execute it with precision, it's amazing. Rusty is going to climb up red as well. So now Elfonzyo adds Wave Beam to that mix, which I'm going to agree. Wave Beam, best beam. It is. It allows a lot of that access. A lot of gate glitches aren't required now. Still some green gate glitch, but the other gate glitch is not going to be required. And Rusty does get that wave, so now knows that Red Bryn is clear, so there's no reason to check Spazer, which Elfonzyo is still checking. Not sure what he's looking for there. We'll see if Rusty chooses to skip that, because that could gain him some time here. And we see the runners, you know, even with Rusty having to backtrack all the way down to Billy Mays that second time, the runners are pretty close. And a lot of that has to do with Rusty having skipped Gauntlet and just given up on it. Yeah, so now both players are extremely close. Oh, and something we missed during the video freeze is Elfonzyo had to backtrack Edikins, and that obviously eats some time. Oh, well, there's another major divergence. Elfonzyo is going to go ahead and check the Kraid boss, taking the save ahead of time. Even though we've got no problem, we've got Ridley ammo, and 3 tanks is typically enough. Not a bad idea to take a safety save here. But one of the issues would be escaping Dre right now. Oh, and we've got vanilla high jump boots. I would actually not want to see Dre, but we just see Fantoon here. I wouldn't want to see Dre just because getting out of Dre's room would be a nightmare right now, with the limited movement items that the players have. But Rusty is headed back up. We'll see if he's going to go check that crate. Nope, Rusty is committing to this Upper Norfair play, which I'm not sure why, because there are no more majors in Upper Norfair. I would just, at this point, maybe. Oh, you know what? Rusty's going to take the save here. And I wonder if he's going to just head up to the Kraid location now, which we'll see him take on the Fantoon fight. And this is something I talked to. I saw Rusty's race last week and have been, talking. I had a discussion with someone about what it really takes to speed up your play through these seeds. One of them, the first thing is really just your basic movement. Second thing is having a plan for each of the rooms. And the third and probably biggest one, because we don't even think about how much time they really take, is the boss fights. Just how a bad Fantoon can, go from a couple minute fight to a 3-4 minute fight if you have a bad Fantoon. So we're about to see Rusty enter this room, and if Rusty has a better Fantoon fight, we could see Rusty suddenly pass Elfonzyo right up. Yes, and Dragon's another fight that can take forever, and the Ridley, like any of the fights except for Kraid, really can drag out if you're not prepared, if you don't have a plan based on your current ammo loadout during these randomizers. Rusty is using a double missile, and charge beam plan. So we'll see where Elfonzyo decides to go next. But I would, very nice. See, this is a huge difference. Rusty's kill and Dragon fight, Fantoon fight was very quick. Law definitely gained time here. you wouldn't know that he just went and did all of upper, just checked upper Norfair. And now I'm wondering if Rusty will choose to take the trip up to Wreck Ship with Fantoon down. Not having either of any of the suits and knowing. Yep, we'll see just a second here whether or not Rusty decides to skip over. We know there's nothing here in Kraid's lair, so there's no reason to check the sea tank room. Even we can't anyway because Kraid is still living, ready to see if he goes to prom today or not. So this is another place where Rusty has made up some time, by having checked high jump boots early, Rusty didn't have to make that extra check in Upper Norfair of ice. So just going right to high jump boots is paying off, and Rusty is headed to Wreck Ship. So. That could be a big play here. I would assume Elfonzyo at this point would go check high jump boots. Oh, gonna check that missile real quick. This is a good quick check. Yep, and now Elfonzyo does see those vanilla high jump boots. And Rusty's going right for it. He's gonna... Oh. Rusty is setting up for the continuous wall jump. It looks like he just missed the timing of that jump. This can be an extremely difficult trick. But this could be a huge time-saving advantage once executed. Oh, Rusty is going for the backup plan of the horizontal bomb jump. Rusty did turn off his high jump boots, yes. This is a trick that's hard to pull off, even if you are... this is a hard trick to pull off, even if you're under the least amount of pressure. To try to pull this off during a race is even more difficult. Yeah, and he was essentially one frame off. You can see Samus is trying to grab the other side of that. It's a matter of timing that jump just in time. Ah, just misses again. Alright, is going to try this horizontal bomb jump. Yeah, I'm not sure at what point Rusty maybe just decides another plan. Meanwhile, Elfonzyo takes a reset. Elfonzyo still working around through Upper Norfair here. Rusty is going to go for that horizontal bomb jump again, but just that's an extremely difficult. That's harder than this continuous wall jump that he's trying to pull off. And we see Elfonzyo is going for this lava dive. Ooh, gets hit on the way up. Hopefully he can pull this off with a backup. Up is going to go for a CF here for safety. Yeah, just little too letting it go a little bit too far on that first bomb of the continuous wall jump. I've tried that with save states and just sat there for hours trying to execute that. Now we've got Elfonzyo down at Lower Norfair. It looks like there's only one major down here, so it looks like Meridia and Wreck Ship are both holding a lot of items. Yeah, as Chemo points out, this trick that Rusty's trying to pull off is a frame-perfect trick. It is incredibly difficult. Oh, and we do see it executed, finally! Alright. And 3 items in Wreck Ship. So that's huge. And all of these items, including here, including Sky Missiles, are all considered major. That kind of... Oh! Finds gravity. That's gigantic. We found pancakes. We're good now. Wow, that was honestly worth the struggle. That's a huge reward right now. That means Rusty can escape. Rusty can escape a Dragon's room with a gravity jump. Yeah, everything is possible now. Oh, unfortunately, Elfonzyo has to take a reset. Oh, that's rough. That's a lot of time lost. So I'm going to have to retry that play for Lower Norfair. Meanwhile, we're seeing Rusty's play for Wreck Ship has been huge. So Rusty just ignoring ammo at this point, which is very smart. No reason to pick it up with the Charge Wave Plasma mix. Is in really good shape here. Obviously, both players would love to find ice, which, who knows, maybe Rusty finds ice here in the Wreck Ship. Oh, Spring Ball. Best ball. there's some people that hate this item, but I personally love Spring Ball. That just gives another way to escape the Dragon room, depending on what Rusty's most comfortable with. So now, Spring Ball strats are in. Chemo immediately with calling out MM2, because MM2 is definitely not a fan of the Spring Ball. Hashtag hates the Spring Ball. Rusty catches Ridley, but no issues here. Having the triple beam combo, having 30-some supers, this should be a pretty easy fight for Rusty. Rusty does have good, usually has good Ridley manipulation on getting our scaly friend to cooperate with Pogo. Struggling a little bit today. There we go. Gets really set up, gets a whole load of supers into him. They see the skins turning red. Meanwhile, Elfonzyo's continuing this lower Norfair grind. So that is something that's going to be difficult for Elfonzyo. Elfonzyo at this point is committed to going down to Ridley's lair for that kill, and it is a 50-50 shot for that to be Dragon, and not really an easy way out of that room. Where Rusty at this point has no issue with any boss, knows that there's one more item here in Wreck Ship, so it could be anywhere. I think I'd probably go check the right side E-tank here next, and then go to Attic and see if Sky Missiles is going to be required. Can check that Wreck Ship reserve before checking it out. Let's hope for Elfonzyo. Oh, Spring Ball! Rusty using that Spring Ball to his advantage. But just sees super missiles and is moving on. Elfonzyo's energy here is a little bit scary. So hoping they get a chance to farm up a little bit. Yeah, just gonna go past, check Fire Fleas. Definitely the same play I would make here. Hopefully for Elfonzyo, this is a vanilla E-tank. It's not, it is just missiles. Little worried at 44 health here. Oh, gonna take that. Okay. Yep, okay, that makes sense. Get some Powerbomb farming. Yes, Grav was actually the reserve missiles underneath the West Lake, so pretty easy find. Rusty sees that part of the attic is empty. I'm kind of hoping. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of hoping we see the see that Sky Missiles are in fact the issue. Let Sky Missiles be. So Elfonzyo did not take a save, and is about to heading down to our friends in Lower Norfair. Rusty going for some Spring Ball strats here. Oh, nice. Gets up. Oh, well, okay. Just gonna get an E-tank, but not the worst. But using that to go check sky missiles. Now we'll see whether or not Rusty's gonna check bowling. I don't think Rusty checked wreck ship reserve before doing this. Rusty is going through bowling. So we did see Dre. So Elfonzyo goes down to Dre Day, takes the reset. I think it's figured out now that wreck ship was the play, so... Oh, there's the other major in wreck ship. Oh, this means that Rusty now has X-ray plasma for the Dre fight, for the Batwoon fight. So we're gonna see some microwaving. We already got pancakes today. We're gonna see some microwaves going on. Now, chat, you can come back with your thoughts. Do you head to Meridia or Lower Norfair? So, couple different thoughts. But Lomium brings up a good point right now. By the way, Lomium Jones is our tracker today. Trackers are vital to these randomizer seeds, so thank you very much, Lomian, for doing this tracking. It's a big part of this, and Rusty is going to take the Meridia play. Not sure what we're going to have here. We're going to see 3 in West Meridia, so Rusty's going to go check some of these. He's not, definitely not required to have to try to go make that that play just yet. Oh, we got screw attack there at those missiles. Mr. Incredible, Elfonzyo didn't die. He just saw Dre and took a reset because he has no way out of the room. We are going to get a Mama Turtle sighting here. Not sure if Rusty's going to come back for that screw. Oh, there's grapple. We'll take that. I'm sure. Nope. Yes, is going to grab grapple. Grapple with, of course we know the grapple's intended use is farming in, farming in the room before Ridley, farming in some of those spots in, farming some of those spots in Meridia. Spring Ball was, in fact, behind Moat, yes. Spring Ball was left side supers. In wreck ship. So Elfonzyo's now going to have fun with this jump. Yeah, but this puts Rusty is, at this point, miles ahead. Elfonzyo's not even going to try the HBJ backup plan, which I don't blame. I think Rusty at this point knows that screw attack isn't necessary at this point for him to finish the seed. It's helpful, it's useful, but definitely not required. Oh, but that space jump he's not going to pass up. Very likely that Rusty will revisit that spot, but he is going to go forward into and Elfonzyo now finds that gravity suit. You're wondering if they're thinking if they're behind at this point. Rusty pausing. Oh, waiting for a little friend. Oh, for the clip up into these spots. Very nice. Rusty showing off some moves. No worries about getting stuck. And it's likely that Rusty feels bad about his time he spent on that wall jump, but this has been a huge. Oh no, we have wave already. What we don't have is ice. And now Elfonzyo finds that spring ball. So the one space we didn't get to see there was left side. Sandpit. Or one of the spaces we didn't get to see. Rusty is gonna head on through and very likely headed down to Lower Norfair now. I'm gonna see the one item down there. As Elfonzyo gets into this Ridley fight, both players with a ton of supers here. Makes this fight a lot easier. At this point, it's almost like the Hundo run fight against Ridley, where you just have so many supers that you barely need your beam at all. Your beam is just a bonus. D-Web is bringing up a really good question that I have to agree is kind of is it worth it or not to take the green bin route and go get ice. That jump is much easier for Rusty with both suits and the space jump. Rusty, for the second time today, has had an ammo issue. Oh, and this is where that screw attack would have been nice, but making quick work through this room anyway. Another time where the screw attack would have been nice. Rusty seeing that, but we've already seen that Spazer hanging out in Mickey Mouse room. So useful to know that that's the only major that was in Lower Norfair. So nothing to worry about there. Rusty is going to need some super missiles. Thankfully does have grapple to help, but really the issue is getting past that oh, we do have Rusty, I'm guessing during that super took a chance to look at his ammo count and got the one super he needs off of one farm. Wow, okay. That's clutch. Not going back for that would have been a pretty big mistake here. Yeah, it's you know, Rusty had some bad early luck with that powerbomb play. It looks like, unfortunately, Elfonzo's stream is currently paused again. But Rusty, after that bad, not having power bombs early to check Billy Mays, has had quite a few things go his way since. Is going to use this microwave beam here. Well executed. See those pirates get completely nuked. Maybe checking power bombs a shame at the power bombs a shame moment. But also knowing that the Spazer was at Mickey and that was the last major is probably a reason not to check it. So, Rusty at this point is, knows that he needs to check this, and we got to see one major with Ace Merida. We might see this major tucked behind Dre here. Dre, I will tell you from experience, tracking these is an experience. Elfonzyo does look like he checked would have got screw attack where he just checked. We see Rusty executing that Dragon microwave beam. Elfonzyo will see the grapple beam in this room. The missile's there and the grapple beam to the right. Oh, and does find speed here. Okay. Well, that clears the way through to Dre. Can now get through that Metroid room. Rusty is just sprinting to the end. Definitely in go mode. I think at this point, with the powerbomb count, I don't know if the runners will make the play to go get ice, even though it's very likely the item that's, or even though it is the item that's sitting at Waterway. I don't know if that's worth it for the runners to backtrack to that point. How amazing that the one East Meridia item is the item tucked behind Dre. So Dre is actually holding a major and not, and because it's very likely in these, or the percentage is pretty high that it could just be like a set of missiles. Actually, missiles is the most likely percentage for any item to be. So now Elfonzyo does have that combo of space jump and screw attack. It'll be helpful when he heads back down to Lower Norfair. Rusty, no reason to check any of these. Trying to get through these key hunters without dying, which can always be a challenge. Those key hunters, those three little musketeers there have definitely, or three stooges, have definitely taken down their fair share of players running. Rusty, probably at this point, kind of wondering, man, should I have grabbed that screw attack? Maybe I should have, but I'm okay. No reason to check anything here. Bubble Mountain is not required. And we know that ice is the waterway. Last major. And it's just a question if a player would want to make that play, but I don't think it's necessary. Alright. Elfonzyo is now making... Oh, we got the players high-fiving there on the Upper Norfair elevator. Elfonzyo's going to be making the trip down to Lower Norfair here, as Rusty's going to be going up to Meridia, headed right to Dragon's room, to fight Kraid, so the quickest boss battle still to come. Let's see if Rusty can execute the quick Kraid kill today. Both players with pretty much a full item loadout set at this point. So Rusty's making the play to skip Batwoon, which I know why, because I've seen Rusty in that fight. I saw Rusty lock up and soft lock in that room. And Crane, I agree. There are a ton of rooms where screw attack would have helped. At the same time, it would, would it help? Yes. Is it required? No. Chemo, yes, it might be faster, but I've seen Rusty's Batwoon fights. It might not be faster. Rusty have soft locked in Batwoon a few times. That fight is just one he's not comfortable with, so I get this play. Oh, he does have microwave. Yeah, that would have been a much faster play then. Okay. Point taken. So maybe that's one remind me to ask him when we get into commentary. why he chose not to take that plan. Getting the quick kill, escaping right away, had it back up, and now we'll just be on that total run. There's also a possibility that at this point Rusty's thinking he's behind, not knowing that he's, at this point the seed is way ahead. Not sure about this exit route. Feel like sand would have been a much quicker play. All right, we feel Elfonzyo is about to. Elfonzyo's in his Dragon fights. And gonna use that grapple kill. Partially because Elfonzyo did not get the... Ooh, Elfonzyo didn't grab the X-ray. Now Elfonzyo finding that speed. And Rusty's not going to take the ice play. Had one more opportunity to get space jump, but just going to, no reason to grab it now. So Rusty is going to take that traditional power bomb. Well, not traditional, the non-traditional power bomb plan through the Metroid rooms, having to grab, bring them together and three power bombs apiece. Very likely going to see Rusty take a stop at the ship here for a quick save and refill. Yep. More than enough ammo to clear through here. Without ice is going to be limited to speed zeb skip. If he chooses to go that route. Otherwise, it's just unload ammo on the Zepatites and clear through. Another time screw attack would have helped. Alright, Rusty is now going through that long tunnel to Turian. Hits this G4 room, which thankfully everything is done. I did see that a runner earlier today got to, unfortunately, got to that room and did not have all the bosses cleared, and ended up locking and ended up forfeiting the race by soft locking themselves and having to go back to a reset. Okay, Rusty is now in these Metroid rooms, grabs all 4 of them together. Nice, happy little family. Ah, okay, Chemo. Okay, yeah, yeah, but the runner just chose to do a real quick reset. But yeah, at that point, it's like, yeah, it's, you know, you're having a rough day when that happens, and it's, you know, you're not. You've now left an entire boss on the table, and if you think you've got them all, it's even worse because it's which one did you skip? All right, Rusty is power bombing these Metroid. I'm gonna head down and say hello to the baby. Ah, goes for fine art and just misses. Elfonzyo taking the back way into Dre here. Rusty with some farming has a full loadout. Maybe was attempting some kind of baby skip. Maybe attempting a spring ball baby skip. Extremely difficult trick. That, of course, one of the top runners, Zenny, Shiny Zenny uses that spring ball baby skip all the time in his 100% runs. It's one of the coolest. That's one of the coolest baby skips there is. It's an extremely difficult trick, but one that some runners have worked on and built up. One that Shiny Zenny does consistently, but other runners are learning to do, a lot more. And Rusty is going to attempt this speed skip. And never mind, just going to unload ammo on these appetites. At this point, probably still feeling the pressure of the clock, because you haven't seen that done yet, so you're not sure. And yeah, looks like Rusty would look like he was going to go for that speed skip, and it was like, nah, I'm just going to go unload some missiles and into this brain cage here. And it looks like our friend Kraid did not get taken to a dance today. 2 speed kills on Kraid, so no dance, no prom for Kraid. Rusty is now unloading those beams into Mother Brain. We've got our onion ring and hamburger phase right now, waiting for that ketchup phase. And there's the ketchup phase. Unloading the rest of those supers in. If you got them, might as well use them. And now we're onto the rainbow. He turns off that Vario, so this will go by a lot faster. Elfonzyo looks like that stream has stuck again. Rusty executes that stand-up glitch. A trick that's can be a little bit difficult to be consistent on, but once you got it, it is and you know the points that you have to disconnect and not be on the floor, because the floor is lava in a couple of those situations. Otherwise, you kind of get soft locked, or you get locked down to the floor. Where here we're now getting that full beam combo into Mother Brain. Take advantage of this time during this cutscene to cut down on the number of shots that Rainbow Beam has to do to end this fight. Elfonzyo is on his way to Turian now. Taking that ship save. Much shorter fight with that rainbow beam. We probably could get magnetic lava Lomian. Probably some way. Rusty is now executing this escape, and this is pretty much academic at this point. Got through all the important parts. Gonna execute this nice speed escape here. Let's see if we get a beehee skip or the vertical in the next room. And nope, unless you are beeps, blue spark plasma. Unless you're beeps always saves the animals. All right, vertical. Yes, beep 2. Yes, not beep to the boop. The other beep. Neither player went back to go get ice, so Elfonzyo is using power bomb skill as Metroids. But now we've got Rusty coming out onto Great Tyria surface, heading to this ship, and takes the win. With screen time showing, it looked like he started that at 1:12:09. Not sure what the race time is. Rusty says, "Save the animals." No, the animals. They should die. Hopefully, we can get Rusty in here for a quick chat after the race, as we're watching Elfonzyo execute the Restiturian here. Let's get some GGs in the chat if we haven't already for Rusty. Good run for both these racers. There's some difficult moments happening, but both players showing good resolve and pushing forward. All right, looks like we're going to be joined in just a second by Rusty. Rusty had an official race time of 1:12:11 with the win. Congratulations, Rusty.
Hello, hello.
GG's. Nice run.
Wow, what a twisted seed. I thought it was a kind of a risk to like try and just do it was like so many 50-50 moments. I was like, do I go to Lower Norfair or do I go back up the wreck ship? And I just had I don't know, my calculations are telling me to go to the wreck ship, and I took forever doing the moat. I was just getting more and more demoralized there. But
yeah, there was a point. I'm like, is Rusty gonna cut his losses and tuck tail in shame and turn around? But no, it paid off.
On the gravity suit was in the ocean.
Yeah, fighting gravity in the ocean. That's finding the pancakes by the ocean. That definitely makes life worth it. At that point, I'm like, yep, Rusty's going to be a good amount ahead here. A couple of decisions though in Meridia. You had microwave beam, and you still chose to go backside to Dre. Why that choice?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I didn't want to fight the boss, but yeah, I guess it was with microwave. And I had so many. Yeah, I was kind of confused, but I probably shouldn't have gone I probably shouldn't have gone out that way either, but I was just sort of autopiloting
Oh yeah, the
at
X.
that
That was
point.
the next question is going to the green tube rather than going to the sand pit to exit Meridia.
Yeah, I was missing out on speed for so long. I was thinking about how if I go to Lower Norfair and it's Dragon, then I can backdoor into Meridia. And then, when it came time, I was like, oh yeah, I have to do the backdoor, and didn't really think about that. I could probably just kill Bot Woon, and I mean, yeah, I haven't really timed that out, but it's probably better just microwave Bot Woon and then run through.
Yeah, some in the chat was saying it's not a ton faster, but it would be a little bit
Mhm.
quicker. Did it cross your mind at any point when you had figured out where everything was did it cross your mind at all to go to Waterway and grab ice?
Oh, because I knew where everything was. I guess I had miscounted by one. I
Okay.
was sort of calculating that Croc probably had one item. I knew there was something at Waterway. I had kind of kept that in my mind, but I feel like there were a couple others kind of straggling out there. I don't
No, you
remember
would
what else. No,
because
that was everything, because I already had found
you
Spazer
you found
and
Spazer in
everything
the
else.
Mickey Mouse room, and
Yeah.
yeah, that was it. So we were wondering, whether or not that would be better,
Yeah,
but
ice at Waterway? I don't know. That feels too slow. I
right,
did pretty
that's
well with the power bombs.
it's yeah. I mean, you got through the Metroid rooms with power bombs.
No, it didn't
Looks
cross my
like
mind that I found like everything else, but yeah, that makes sense.
Elf goes down and will forfeit. End up forfeiting. Mother Brain being Mother Brain, but how did you How did you feel overall about your run, Rusty? And we're going to be joined by Alfonso in just a second here. Let's get some GGs in there for Elf.
Hey, thanks for the race.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. That was fun. But so the
Yeah,
question I have
tough
is
stuff.
at the beginning, did you go up the elevator or did you go down and clear out?
I went down first and then went back up to, or did reverse meme route to Criteria.
Okay.
But I sort of ran out of power bombs, so I had to go back down the climb and clear out the rest of it. And then ended up finding the last thing was bombs at Billy Mays for me. I was like, oh man, I did all that again just to get like the worst possible shake on Criteria.
I did possibly every other check that I could do before doing the CWJ to get my gravity suit.
Oh,
Yeah.
yikes. Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
even
I had the choice to go down or up, and I could have gone to Lower Norfair first, but I decided to right after doing Craig's area, I went up and took like 4 minutes trying to CWJ the moat.
Yeah. I even went down to Lower Norfair and found Dragon there without the gravity, so but my save was made like just before Croc.
Mhm.
So it still cost me like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
So
I felt like it was to my benefit to find gravity when I did, but it still felt like I had done a lot of slow stuff at the beginning, like running out of power bombs and having to do criteria basically twice. And then,
yeah.
I mean, I felt like was just running all over the place.
Rusty, what was your reasoning for grabbing Screw Attack? Knowing you still had to go to Lower Nerfair, where it definitely would have helped.
Honestly, my thought at the time was, oh, there's Screw. Well, I could grab. I'm going to go to Lower Norfair, but the thought crossed my mind. I'm just gonna have to turn it off in Turin anyway, probably. So I just skipped it.
It's funny because
there are too many moments where I was like, oh, geez, I'm gonna run into a key hunter and have to like farm a super. I'm like, man, I wish I had that Screw Attack. So I did regret it. In the moment, I was like, I'm just gonna have to turn it off anyway. I'm out of here. But I should have grabbed Screw Attack. That was dumb.
there was definitely a couple times chat was like someone mentioned I can't unsee all the moments that Screw Attack would have helped here.
Oh no! Yeah, here's another not Screw Attack moment. Yeah, I saw it. And they're climbing Main Street, and I was like, nope, I'm going. I'm in a hurry. I don't need Screw Attack.
So it looks like you definitely both had rough moments during the seed where like Alfonso, yeah, your lower trip to Lower Norfair and catching Dre down there, we knew it was a 50-50 shot for you at that point heading down, and Rusty having the no power bomb at the for the Billy Mays check, and having to double clear criteria. So you both ended up having those rough moments. But I mean, it looked like the seed was trying to be real generous early on with the Varia and the plasma and charge right away. Like,
Yeah, well,
hey,
it's
look,
trying.
hey, look,
Trying,
here's
but,
all these amazing things, so you can pretty much do what you want.
Kind of a half-hearted nice seed. It's like, oh, well,
Yeah.
here's your Var suit and plasma, but you're gonna need to find some more stuff.
But you're gonna have to, CW day. You're gonna have to continuous wall jump to get your
to get grapple or spring ball or
right any way to go through to get out of the Dre fight. Yes,
and gravity. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
all in the right ship.
I knew CWJ might have been a thing that was in Logic, but I just didn't want to go over there and find nothing. But
sorry, I misspoke. Grapple was at Mama Turtle, but I mean.
Oh yeah, Grapple was at Mama Turtle. I checked all of everything in West Meridia before going back down to Lower Norfair again, because I figured I might find ice or speed up here, hopefully. But
looking for ice or speed. Of course, it's like the last place you go.
Yeah, the logs, like the speed is behind Dragon, and ice was behind Waterway. So, like, you had to go the reverse route. You had to kill Dragon first in order to even. Yeah, you couldn't
ice at all. Yeah.
Yeah, Batoon was out of Logic.
Yeah. Yeah, what a runaround. I was proud that I got to show off some spring ball strats during this race, like Wreck Ship E, bouncing off the middle platform, and a couple other moments too, and the Lomian float at the baby skip room. That was a nice touch.
Yes, saw that. Let's just give all the spring ball haters. You get to see some great things. The sky missile spring ball jump was a good one. That was one where
it's a good backup.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that one up, Crane, because that was a nice way to get up there.
That's right, sky missiles with a spring ball jump. Nice.
All right.
So you cleared all of Wreck Ship then?
Yeah, all the way to. I mean, I checked. By the time I got to gravity and it was X-ray, I didn't do the last two checks in there. But yes, I full cleared at the gravity, finding X-ray.
Yeah,
looking for stuff.
I was doing as close to Gold Torizo route as I could, going down to Lower Norfair.
Yeah, I had one super going down the elevator, so I tried the Green Gate once, failed. And I'm like, all right, cool, I'm just gonna leave. Went to Mickey Mouse, found Spazer. I'm like, cool, there's nothing else in Lower Norfair. And then
and then you almost went down.
I almost went toward Ridley without a super, and I was like, oh, I better farm a Key Hunter, get a super missile for that door.
And then you got super lucky.
And I got on the first one.
And your first Key Hunter was a super. It's just like, wow, okay.
They drop them pretty often, but yeah, it would have been nice to have Screw Attack. If only I could have picked that up.
Oh. Well, I mean, it turned out in the long run. I thought, with the exception of a couple of bad breaks for the two of you, Rusty, you not having that extra power bomb for the Billy Mays check, and really losing a ton of time there. Elfonzyo for catching that Dragon at Lower Nerfer. I thought both of you ran a really good race today. In general, this is a compliment to you both and a lot of the runners. Watching the tournaments now and seeing the quality of movement that's happening and the level of runners in general that are racing these things, it's awesome to watch the quality that's continuing to grow. And and obviously for both of you, I hope the rest of your races in this tournament go well. Hopefully the two of you can square off again in the top 16. So next week's format is back to the major minor area, but boss is going to be boss. Well, yeah, it's back to it's major minor area rando, but the bosses are vanilla. So, any thoughts about your preparation for next week?
Those go pretty fast. What I found, that's just like the SG Live settings from last year.
I'm gonna start a practice seed as soon as this interview is done.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Getting prepped and ready. All right. Well, excellent. Well, hey, great run from both of you today. A lot of fun to cover. A lot of fun for Chad, I believe, to watch you guys run. You know, we're seeing quite a few times there was a few times you guys were synced up. A few times you guys were high-fiving just on different route diversions and choices. But good run from both of you. Good luck in your next runs. For chat, we've got a few more races today. A couple more races today. There's actually one right now going on SpeedGaming 2. It's Vibrant Colors versus Lies and Gasoline. And then later on tonight at 9:10 p.m. Eastern, we have Gameaholic versus 64-bit Link back here on the Mothership channel, SpeedGaming. Tomorrow there are quite a few races. Still working on getting some of them on channels. We've got plenty of people signed up. There's gonna be a lot of races tomorrow night. Ones to look forward to be Zeb 13 versus Derb, Bressingham versus Juno, P-Toil versus McTimothy. Those are definitely going to be restreamed. Saturday is going to have Kip versus Owl.
Ooh.
Asder versus Tilmorph. Farfaloo versus Nevdi. There's some great races definitely on Saturday. There's been great races throughout this tournament. Hemo is going to be later on Sunday. Echo versus White Mage Becky is on Sunday. So definitely good races coming up this weekend. And then we're hitting next week, going into week 5, wrapping down the regular season of this tournament, heading into the top 16. Really look forward to watching more great races and having you guys in chat join and watch. Shout out to the runners one more time, Elfonzyo and Rusty. Give them a follow if you haven't already. And again, I'm Vincent RTA, doing your comms today, and tracking was Lomi and Jones. Please give Lomi a follow. Junie left me hanging a little bit, but Junie is unfortunately feeling under the weather, has COVID. I know how much that sucks. I had it about a month ago. It is. I hope all of you have been able to avoid having it so far. But I had a blast today. Had a blast watching you guys run. And do you guys have anything else before we sign off?
Thanks, Vincent. Thanks for the race, Elf.
Yeah, thank you, and don't do Laura Norfair like I did. Take that as a lesson, everybody.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys. Good luck in your future races. Thanks, everyone in chat for hanging out. I would hop over to that SpeedGaming 2 and go check out the rest of that race if it's still running. It should be, because it just started at 2:10 Eastern. So thanks a lot. We'll see you guys later, and we will see you next mission.